Hey guys, it's gonna be a really casual video. I'm just sitting on the floor chilling, kind of doing a little bit of cleaning this morning, and I pulled out a couple of drawers that had some products in it that have been sitting there for a while, and they're products that were sent to me from companies. So I decided to go and do a little bit of a declutter this morning and actually talk to you guys on Twitter about starting a minimalism series on my channel. I felt like this would be a really good time to start that series because I wanted to take you guys along the journey with me, the process of, packing up to move. We are going to be moving in the fall. We're aiming for the fall anyway, so fall or early winter, right around that time. And I know that time flies by and it's going to come up a lot faster on me than I expect, so I wanted to start now. We're only going to be taking a really minimal amount of items with us when we move, and we're going to be moving to Arizona. We're super excited for it. I cannot wait. Both Michael and I are super excited, and we're going to be doing a fresh start. Like when we move into our new house, we're going to go for modern minimalist. So if this is also a process that you're wanting to work on too, and you're wanting to go in a more minimalist direction and you're wanting to declutter, just know that it might not happen overnight. You're not going to go from like hoarder to full-on minimalist like overnight. I am definitely not a minimalist at this point, but it's a direction that I am aiming for, and that's where I want to be in the near future. So whether you've decluttered in the past or you're planning on decluttering now, the biggest part is keeping an eye on what is creeping back into the house and kind of like nip that in the bud and figure out like the reason for why it's coming back into the house. Whether it's you going out and shopping and like, coming across things that you think that you need and you want to bring them into the house, and then all of a sudden your closet starts building up again, or you have too much room decor or whatever it is. Just try to find the source of why it's coming back in and really work through that, and you'll be able to eliminate it and you'll be able to change that habit. That's kind of where I was, and it takes a while to kind of break free from that. But then once you do, it is so like uplifting, and it just lightens your load so much, and you feel like a huge weight has been lifted off you. And it is like the best feeling ever to break through, like break free of that consumerism mindset. So yeah, don't get discouraged, just keep working at it and you'll be able to change your mindset and those old habits of collecting stuff. And you can still have hobbies. Like I've been really quiet about, what I've been working on in the past year, I guess, as far as like on my minimalist path of sort of like finding a balance between hobbies you really enjoy. Like I really enjoy crystals. I'm always going to be collecting crystals, and that's okay. So you can still have areas that you really enjoy and you enjoy collecting, but not let it get too out of control or let it become something that is stressful or start weighing you down. So yeah, definitely have your hobbies, and as long as it's something that's uplifting and it brings you joy, then keep that going. So that's kind of the minimalist balance. And so don't feel like you have to, like, to be minimalist, you don't have to have like 100 items or less or anything like that. It's gonna look different for everyone, and so it's gonna look different for me compared to somebody else, and I'm just gonna go ahead and share my personal journey with you, starting with today's video. Alright guys, I'm just gonna plop down right next to you, and this is the box we're gonna go through. So this is all products, I think it's all products that companies have given me. And the companies, when you do YouTube, companies will contact you and they'll want to send you products to try out, and sometimes you can, well actually most of the time you can end up with way more than you need. So I've realized that this is an area that I have to be really careful about accepting anything, accepting gifts or accepting products from companies. I have to be really careful about that because the way that they build up so quickly. It takes just like one or two companies sending you a gift box of items to check out or products to try out, and your collection is like 3 times the size all of a sudden, So even though you might scale back on your own shopping, companies or friends or people might still be giving you a lot of items, and you might feel guilty about giving them up or donating them, or just passing them on to somebody else. You might feel like you need to keep them because they were gifted to you and you need to use them up, but don't feel that way. If there are products that you just don't want to use, or if they just don't work for you, don't feel bad about giving them up. And if there's products that you haven't even got around to using, but you just feel like you have too much of it and it stresses you out, go ahead and give it away. It's okay. You don't need to feel guilty about it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, is kind of going through here and seeing what I'm going to be giving away. So I've got a couple of hand creams here from Pacifica. I love Pacifica. They're actually one of my favorite brands, but I don't need hand creams. I mean, I already have, body lotion, and that's enough for me, and I don't want to have back stock, so I'm okay with giving that up for sure. So I'm just going to set everything I'm going to give up over on this side, and we'll see what we're left with. Here's another box of Pacifica. These are just little samples. These aren't like full size or anything, but they sent out 2 boxes of this actually. So I already used one of the sample sets, and it's their new hair care line. It's the Super Kale. I just found that it didn't work on my frizzy hair very well, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this set to somebody else. And now this is actually really handy, and I think it's super cute, but I think that the company was probably watching my old Pink So Foxy videos, so maybe they got the idea to send that to me, which I think is really sweet. But I don't need it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass that on to somebody else, because I know someone else would probably really like that a lot. And it's funny that that was sent to me from a makeup company, you know, it's just a cute little extra. I have a couple products from the company Pure, and these actually turned out to not be vegan. They did send me a vegan bronzer, which I do really like, and then they sent some other items that turned out just, you know, to not be vegan, so unfortunately I won't be using them. I think these are 2 highlighters, yeah, Moon Glow and Sun Kiss Glow. They're really pretty, but I didn't touch them, I didn't swatch them or anything, because I want them to be brand new for somebody else who doesn't mind that they're not vegan. And then I have a few other products from Pure, and this was actually a huge surprise. These are their Cameo Contour, so it's like a double-ended, kind of like a foundation stick, but for contouring. And they sent me every single one of their colors. So I have like 5 packages of this, all in different colors, just because they wanted me to be able to make sure I could match my color, I guess. So we have 5 of the contour sticks here, and I'm not going to be keeping any of these for myself because it's not a product that I personally would use, just because I try not to wear things on my face very much anymore because I like my skin to breathe, but I bet somebody else would really like to play with those, so maybe I can like spread the love with those and kind of find some people that will match up with those skin tones. And then we have a couple of products from Mugu. Mugu is Dusty Girl's parent company, and Dusty Girls is a vegan makeup line. I love them. I have purchased a few items from them in the past. They sent me, or Mugu sent me, a couple of items. So this is their scalp cream. Probably not something that I would use. I don't think that Mugu, the parent company, is vegan though. I think they do use like milk protein or some other, I don't know, some non-vegan items like beeswax in some of their products. And then a couple of other little Mugu samples here. So I'm gonna pass those along too. Here's a product from Acure. This is their Moroccan Argan Oil. I actually used their coconut one. This is the citrus ginger. They sent me this one. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it along because I really like the coconut one. And although at the same time I'm actually like minimizing the amount of products that I actually use as far as body care goes, skin care, and I'm really kind of getting it down to the basics. Here's Batiste. Now, Batiste did not send this to me. I guess I just threw this in here because I had stopped using it. This is a brand new, this was a backup. I used to use dry shampoo a lot. I actually stopped using it because I found that it was kind of starting to irritate my scalp. So definitely going to pass that on because I know a lot of people still use it. And so, you know, I'm sure I'll be able to find someone who can enjoy it. Here's an interesting one. This is Sigma Tech Essential Brush Set. This is a vegan brush set, and I thought that was really cool because, you know, I'm all about the vegan stuff. But Sigma I don't do videos on, specifically because, well, this might sound silly, but back in the day, like, you know, years ago on YouTube, when they first came out, everybody, like every beauty guru was doing Sigma brush videos, and it drove me literally, like, I mean not literally, but like figuratively, like insane. Like I was so sick of seeing Sigma brush videos, and I vowed to never do a Sigma video. And randomly they sent this to me. So even though this is vegan, I didn't want to do a video on it just because I had made those vows. It might seem silly to you guys, but I don't know, it's just how I am. Like once I say I'm not gonna do something, like that's it. So yep. Gonna go ahead and pass that on to somebody else who can use it. I'm sure they're beautiful brushes. I love that they're vegan, but I use EcoTools brushes actually that I buy at the drugstore. Here's a product. This is Fully Charged from Pure, and I think it's, let's see, mascara powered by magnetic technology. So it looks really neat. The packaging feels like all like velvety. But this has beeswax in it, yeah. So not vegan, unfortunately. To give that one up. And then Peter Llamas. Now here's a product that I'm sure, you know, is probably really nice. It's a lash mask, natural lash builder, tint and conditioner. This is vegan, cruelty-free Peter Llamas. They make hair care. They're an awesome brand, but it just happens to be a product that I wouldn't buy myself, and so I'm not going to show you guys. I'm just kind of like weird like that. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I typically don't do very many sponsored videos or showing products that you know, companies have sent me. I'm really kind of particular about what I show you guys, because if a company has sent me something, I have to be so into it that I would purchase it myself, or that it would be something that I would actually be using in my regimen all the time, and not just like a one shot, like, here, check this out, you know. I don't know, does that make sense? Anyway, okay, so Pure Hydrogel Lift. This is Eye Perfecting Primer. I believe this had something in the ingredients that I didn't want to use. It has red 40. Anyway, sometimes I'll check the ingredients of a product, and if it's not like natural enough, then I'm just not into it. So that's, I think, what was up with that one. Not saying anything wrong with the product or anything, just my own personal reasons for not using it myself. This is Pacifica Fragrances, which I used to use Pacifica Indian Coconut Nectar a lot. I used to buy that one, but I don't really use very much perfume anymore, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give this set away. I think that'd be a really pretty set to, you know, give to someone, and I don't want to take one out, you know. I'd rather have it be like a nice pretty full set like that, so I think that would be nicer to give away. Pure Llamas Supreme Radiance Complexion Booster for all skin types, smooths wrinkles, even skin tone, illuminates complexion, ultra sheer. So I think the reason I didn't want to use this product was just because it was a face product that I just wouldn't use. Like, I don't use face products very much. I'm really trying to limit what goes on my face, and I like my skin to be able to breathe all the time. I have another Pacifica product. This is Sugared Amber Dreams hand cream. It's just a little mini hand cream sample. And then a couple of other samples. I don't really collect samples anymore. This is all my samples, so I'm just gonna go ahead and give those away. I'll probably mail off these 100% pure samples to my mom, because she likes them too. And then I've got like a little Josie Moran and a little Tarte sample here, so I'll just give those away. All right, down here in the bottom is the Sigma brochure, so that goes with the brushes. And then a PMD. The PMD is a product that I really liked a lot. I used it for a long time. I got that in 2011. PMD sent it to me. Loved it. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm good. Yeah, since I've changed my diet so much and I went vegan, my skin has really cleared a lot. And I feel like it heals a lot faster. It's crazy, you guys. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and give that away. And I know I have a friend here who's kind of struggling with her skin, and she's trying to lighten up scarring and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that to her. I think she's really gonna like that a lot. This is a good example of a product that you can almost feel a little bit guilty about, because it kind of is an expensive product, but it was given to me, and still, you know, you could feel guilty about, you know, not using it or giving it away. But I don't think so. I think a better way to look at it is like, you know, thank the product or whatever it is you have, like, you know, be grateful for it. Like, thank you for coming into my life when I needed you most, and now I'm gonna go ahead and send you on your way, and you can do that for somebody else now. So I will go ahead and keep the bag though, because I still use that bag. That's handy for traveling and whatnot. So I'll go and find a different bag to be able to put that in. But yeah, okay, so I'll go and set that on that side. That was everything, and nothing is gonna be stained, so everything's gonna be finding new homes, and now I have an empty space in here. So yes, celebrate those little victories. I do have a little piece of trash in here that was down at the bottom. But yeah, celebrate those little victories and just be like super stoked, and just feel like how uplifting that is to go ahead and lighten your load. And you don't have to feel guilty about letting things go that you're personally not able to use, or maybe, you know, like I said, it came into your life at the time that you needed it, and now you're okay to let it go. Okay guys, so I just packed everything into one bag for now, just to keep it consolidated and in one place, and then I'll be able to, like, as I'm, you know, packing up items for friends or for my mom, I'll be able to separate out what is going where. So yeah, this is a good example of how items can creep into your house over time. Even if you've changed your shopping habits, there may still be, you know, little streams of stuff kind of flowing into your house from some other source. So this is definitely an area that I'm gonna make sure that I work on, and that is not accepting products from companies, or at least very minimally. Like, just make sure that it's something that is really, really freaking like amazing and like I would choose it myself and I would go out and purchase it myself, and it's something that I would use right away. But other than that, yeah, I've always liked showing you guys new products, but not like this. Like I don't want to get like weighed down with stuff again. Like that's not fun. It's great that companies think of you and it's a nice opportunity, but it can be overwhelming at the same time and actually end up, you know, not bringing you joy at all. It can be quite the opposite. So just keep that in mind and watch out for those little kind of flowing streams of stuff that can get into your house. So alright guys, I'm gonna let you go for this video and I will see you in tomorrow's video.